Did Indian Youth Congress break the law at the EA summit? Let's fact check this legally. At the EA Impact Summit, Indian Youth Congress workers raised political slogans like PM compromised and removed their shirts as a symbolic protest. According to available reports, there were slogans but no physical violence, no assault, and no damage to public property. So the protest appears to have been symbolic and non-violent. BJP leaders said this act was unlawful and anti-national. They argue that protesting inside a government event and shouting slogans against the Prime Minister is wrong and against the nation. But now the important question, is criticism of the government equal to anti-national activity? Let's see what the Constitution and the Supreme Court say. Article 19(1)(a) of the Indian Constitution gives every citizen the right to freedom of speech and expression. This includes criticizing the government, questioning policies, and raising political slogans. Now let's talk about the case often mentioned here. Shreya Singhal versus Union of India 2015 case. This is a real Supreme Court constitutional case. In this judgment, the court said that criticism of the government is not a crime unless it directly incites violence or public disorder. In the EA summit protest, there are no reports of violence or incitement. So under this principle, criticism alone does not automatically become unlawful. Now let's look at the Article 19(1)(b). This gives citizens the right to assemble peacefully. But is this just theory? No, it has been clarified by the Supreme Court. Himmat Lal Shah versus Commissioner of Police 1973 case. In this judgment, the court said that citizens have a fundamental right to hold peaceful meetings in the public places. The state can regulate protests for order and safety, but it cannot impose a total ban on peaceful assembly. Now in the EA summit protest, slogans were raised, shirts were removed as a symbolic protest, and no violence was reported. So if the protest was peaceful, it may fall within constitutional protection. So what is the real legal position? If there was no violence, no property damage, no incitement, only political slogan, then under Article 19(1)(a) and 19(1)(b), such protest may fall under constitutional protection. The real debate is not about anti-nationalism. The real debate is whether the location and method were appropriate for that venue. That is a political discussion, not automatically a criminal.